Is this what it feels like to win hockey games? I like it. Let's keep doing it. What's up, Caps fans? Yes, that unfamiliar feeling that you feel right now is the undeniable vibration, right? Within your soul, deep within your soul, when your favorite hockey team doesn't suck. They don't suck anymore. And it's the feeling of 3 straight wins as well, which is officially a winning streak, okay? I will not let anyone else tell me differently. And it is something that the Caps have not had a 3-game winning streak since December of last season. You know, that obviously came before, that was all the way back before John Carlson had even taken that puck to the head. And at that point, obviously, you know, our season was essentially flushed down the toilet. So my point is that this has been a long time coming, folks. So let's just embrace it, okay? And let's not feel bad about it. Let's take a moment, like I said, and really soak this in, really feel it through, like I said, to the depths of our souls, because we do deserve it, okay? We do, because last season was hard, right? It was not fun. And it was actually, quite frankly, painful at times to watch. And so, like I said, we deserve this, okay? We do. So let's talk about it. The Washington Capitals, they beat the San Jose Sharks at home on Sunday for, like I said, their 3rd straight win, and it was by a final score of 3-1. The Sharks, they had actually scored first in this one, which had some people a little bit nervous, you know. San Jose, they have not won a game yet this season. We did not want to be the first ones. We did not want to be the laughingstock in that department. So some people were, like I said, a little bit nervous when San Jose did score first. But I personally, you know, I wasn't worried at all. Really, I wasn't, because the Sharks notoriously score only 1 goal per game, like clockwork. So it was never in doubt, as long as we ourselves were not planning on getting shut out in this one. But then you fast forward to the 3rd period, and there we are, right? 0 goals on the board, still Sharks netminder Mackenzie Blackwood. He's having the game of his freaking life in the Sharks net. He's made something like 1,000 saves in a row at this point, and so, okay. Now I am starting to get a little bit nervous, as like I said, it is still 1-0 for the Sharks. But Dylan Strome, he says, hey, Janaea, come on, relax, okay? I have got you, girl, no need to start drinking. Stromer scores his 6th goal of the last 5 games. Unbelievable, tying the game up at 1. He is hot right now. Then later in the 3rd period, with less than 5 minutes remaining in regulation, Tom Wilson would score in back-to-back games. His goal against the Minnesota Wild, of course, was a shorthanded marker. And against the Sharks here, it is an even strength tally, putting the Caps up by 1 with 4:45 remaining in the game. Now we can all breathe a little bit, right? And the Caps, they would make that stand up as the game winner, shutting the door on the Sharks the rest of the way, just as they'd done really since that lone Sharks goal that came all the way back in the 1st period. So Tom Wilson with the clutch game winner, Evgeny Kuznetsov would add an empty net goal for the final 3-1 score. And Kuznetsov, you know, he scored the empty net goal while Alex Ovechkin, who, as we all know, is now just 70 goals behind the NHL's all-time leader, Wayne Gretzky. So Evgeny Kuznetsov, he scores this empty net goal while Alex Ovechkin is also on the ice, okay? The fans did not like it. They did not like it. It had some fans inside of Capital One Arena actually booing, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that, you know? Like when you're winning the game, and so you're having just such a great time that you can kind of in jest boo your own team's player for scoring a goal, right? Which is what you want him to do. Ultimately, you want your team to score goals. It doesn't matter who's scoring them. But, you know, the fans are having fun. I thought it was hilarious. Kuznetsov, like I said, he scored it instead of the guy who most of the fans in the building obviously wanted to score that goal. So that's awesome. Great job by the fans inside of Capital One Arena. I love it. It was hilarious. And Kuznetsov, you know, like he's not going to have hurt feelings over that. Like he is a well-known He's a guy who has a well-known great sense of humor, right? So I'm sure that he thought it was hilarious too. Probably they were probably having a good laugh about it in the locker room afterwards. Especially considering that Alex Ovechkin was the one with the primary assist on that goal as well. Like, he actually passed Kuznetsov the puck so that Kuznetsov could score the goal into the empty net, which, you know, I thought that that was a great move by the captain because, as we all know, Kuznetsov, you know, he's been having a bit of a rough time goals-wise specifically. Like, he's still been putting up points, but they've all been assists, right? Going back quite a while now, like going back to last season. So it was great for him to get this goal because, like I said, he hadn't had a goal of his own in quite some time. So hopefully that will get him going goals-wise because that had to feel good for him to see the puck go in the net off of his stick, right? And so, yeah, a great captainly move by Alex Ovechkin to give that goal to Kuznetsov. So Ovi with the primary assist on that one. He also had the primary assist on Tom Wilson's game winner as well. So 2 points in the game for Alex Ovechkin, and they are both primary points again. He has been racking up the primary points this season. So that's obviously a very good sign. You know, he's making a lot of good things happen out there on the ice for the Caps. And actually the scoreline on the Tom Wilson and Evgeny Kuznetsov goals read the exact same. As Ovechkin, as I mentioned, he had the primary assist on both, and then John Carlson had the secondary assist on both. So 7 points in 8 games already for defenseman John Carlson, who is just, you know, he's just a point machine back there, frankly. And yeah, for Ovechkin, the 2 primary assists continued a 6-game point streak for him. That top line of Alex Ovechkin, Dylan Strome, Tom Wilson, they have been absolutely rolling in general. You know, they're hemming their opponents in their own end on almost all of their shifts. All of their analytics, their advanced stats, their expected goals for, and all of that, it's all sparkling. It's all off the charts good. And, you know, they've been one of the best lines in the entire NHL this season in all of those regards. And they are scoring every game too, which is obviously, you know, that's what you want to see. That's the proof of the pudding right there. Darcy Kemper as well with back-to-back phenomenal starts. That's great to see. He stopped 30 of 31 in this one. The Caps outshot the Sharks 42-31 overall, and they did outshoot the Sharks in all 3 periods as well, which is great to see. You know, consistent 60-minute effort, right? That's what we want. But I have to tell you, like, it was definitely, for me, it was the 3rd period in particular that really, really impressed me. Reason being because obviously, even though the Caps had already outshot the Sharks in the first 2 periods, Sharks netminder Mackenzie Blackwood, like I said, he was obviously playing really, really well, exceptionally well. And so the Caps had 0 goals on the board after 40 minutes. You know, they're down by 1 to a team that they know they should beat, right? Everybody should probably beat that team. And so it would have been really easy to get discouraged, or not discouraged, but nervous, right? Like, oh my God, we might actually not score a goal here. We might lose this game. We might be the first team all season that gives the Sharks a victory. That's not a good look, right? So it would have been easy to start getting nervous or to be like, ah, man, you know, I guess it's just not our day today. The pucks aren't going in. But they didn't do that. They didn't. And in fact, they cranked it up even another notch, coming out and playing their best period in the 3rd. They fired a whopping 17 shots on the Sharks' cage in the 3rd period, and obviously scored 3 goals as well and won the hockey game, which is obviously the most important thing. So that was a great sign early on here of a very resilient team. And hey, you know what? I know that being above 500 doesn't sound like it's a very big deal, right? But with the way that last season went for this team, it definitely is a big deal. It definitely is. And especially like when you combine the results that they're now getting, 3 straight wins now, remember? That's huge. So when you combine, now they're getting the results, and you combine that with the fact that they have legitimately been looking better and better and better and better and better with every single game that they play under new head coach Spencer Carberry. Yeah, you know what? This just might be a big deal, and I think that it is a big deal, frankly. Because it is nice to be excited again about Washington Capitals hockey, isn't it? You know, it feels good. It feels good. okay? It feels good in here, right in here. It feels good in here. And it is nice, frankly, to sit down to watch a Capitals game and not come away from it 3 hours later feeling like you need to go take your eyeballs out with a dessert spoon, okay? That's nice to me. It is. That makes me feel good, okay? And so if other fan bases want to make fun of me for being happy about a 3-game win streak, you know, for being happy about being above 500 rather, then you know what? That's fine. Like, give it your best shot. I don't care. Because all I know is that I can now watch a Washington Capitals hockey game and not feel the urgent need to stick my head in the oven afterwards. And that to me feels good, okay? That makes me happy. And on that note, that is it for me today, Caps fans. If you enjoyed the video, you know the drill by now. Smash that like button down below and click on that subscribe button too if you haven't already done so. Tell all your family, tell all your friends, tell all of your fellow Caps fans, your fellow hockey fans in general, really. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, babes, and as always, let's go Caps.